So welcome to the new Let Me Be Frank weekly feature, which we're calling Frankly Speaking. And it's going to come out once a week, and it's brought to you in association with Capital 500, which is a Glasgow-based company who deal in commercial property, everything from offices to retail units, industrial units, and so on. And whether you're looking to sell premises or looking for business premises to rent, they're very efficient and always welcome new clients. And they also deal with land suitable for car parks and sites for EV charging. So if you own some land, give them a call or message. It just might be suitable for EV charging, which will generate income. And based in Glasgow City Centre, get in touch today and tell them Frank sent you.
Don't forget.
Welcome to another bonus episode of Let Me Be Frank with Frankly Speaking, our weekly news bulletin. Mm-hmm. Lots to talk about.
Up to date.
A slap bang up to date. It's Monday night, 24 hours after the big cup win against Auchinleck Talbot. Did you watch it?
I watched it, yeah. It was, listen, the cup ties, and people keep saying it, cup ties are all but winning. Getting to the next round, getting in the hat. But there's ways of doing it. It could have been, it's the same old story, it could have been a lot more goals. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of chances. And we never took them, so and that's a big problem at Celtic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a big problem.
Obviously, it was like it was as much of a second string that Celtic could possibly have put out because 10 changes. Right?
Doesn't matter. Should have been 11
but
changes. He should have led Callum out as well because he's the one. For me, he's the one that needs it.
Martin O'Neill said a couple of times so the importance of having the captain.
I understand that, but he's playing. Well, he did play 70 and 80 games when he was playing for Scotland all the time. He's Callum, wee Brett sitting on the bench, you know, just for that game like that. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. You need him for the other games. He's calming influence, but it could have been 11 changes. But I was disappointed with the players that were playing because they never. There was not one player yesterday
grabbed the opportunity.
You know, the keeper. I thought the keeper was good. He came out flat, and I thought, just grab the ball. No. Why are you going punching at?
To me, Martin O'Neill looked like a man after that game that realisation has dawned on him just how threadbare that squad is. I mean, and also a man who knows that it's calamitous.
I don't think
try to get deals done. And he looked
shattered.
Oh, he did. He was thinking, well, and now he made the wee joke.
Do you think it's going to? If he don't win the league, that wreck his
legacy. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that enough people.
I think that's what he's thinking now.
No, well, possibly, but I think enough people realise now that what's going on at Celtic is so calamitous that you can't blame anybody. You can't blame Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill's come in and has managed to get a tune out of a really, really
terrible squad.
Dreadful squad. And he's obviously saying to them, get these deals done. We need another couple of strikers. We need another defender. We need another midfielder. What's going on? Mm-hmm. It's just so dispiriting, you know.
Well,
and then, but you thought it was quite funny his response when he was asked it.
Well, when I was watching it, now honestly, it's just Martin because I know him, and it's just what he says, and it was brilliant to see. Lenny was in fits. Lenny was talking about it, and they were saying to him, it was called McLaughlin. Connie was asking him, "We players coming in?" He says, "Yeah, we need players," and he's giving it all that. And the way Martin does it, and he's saying, "You know, we need a few players, and hopefully, you know, we're in discussions, and hopefully, you know, we'll get a few players in before the end." And it was a big gap. That's what made it. It was a comedy before the end of the season.
It's comedy timing's good,
and it was comedy gold. But and there's got to be a serious factor there because that's we need players. Yeah. We need players in the door, and the more it goes on this week, you want players in now so that they've got a week to train because you want them in the Hearts game.
He did. He made it very, very crystal clear that there's positive movement, right? So if you believe all the rumours today, you've got the striker Mohamed Bamba maybe coming in, potentially a loan with an option to buy from Lorient in France. Twanda Masarisi, they've at Motherwell, Zimbabwe.
Well, I like him.
That's a good return, isn't it? 14 goals, 17 goal involvements in 26 games.
Yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't matter who you play for when you're scoring that kind of goals.
Yeah, and Martin O'Neill was watching at the Motherwell game, so he was watching him.
I think he hopefully would get him in. I mean, just go and buy him.
Yeah.
And buy the boy for Hibs as well, because I think
Bowie?
he's a good player. I think he's clever.
Mm-hmm.
They'll not buy the to him, but they'll get one of them. One of them would do me, because I think, Johnny Kenny could learn off. And the other striker, what do you call him, is coming back.
Callum Wilson?
No, the one that got injured.
Iheanacho. Could end up having an embarrassment at Riches.
No, if you get Iheanacho back and you bring one in, Johnny Kenny will learn off it too, because Iheanacho he's an all-round striker.
Well, there's another one as well. So, I mean, this is all the rumours doing the rounds today. David Fofana of Chelsea, he was on loan in Turkey. Chelsea have recalled him, looking as though they're preparing to sell him. Celtic have been linked to him before.
What kind of money?
So, I'm not sure. I don't know what the fee is, but it doesn't look as though it would be out. It certainly doesn't look as though somebody would be out with Celtic's purse strings. Defender Jamie Lawrence.
It frightens me that he's went to Turkey on loan and they don't want to buy him.
Yeah, well, and then you get 6.
You've got to look at it that way. So
6'7" defender Jamie Lawrence playing currently for Tyrol in Austria. He's been linked to Celtic.
Jamie
Lawrence, German, but obviously we're naming that.
That's Martin's. That's his go-to, isn't it?
He always filled his team with big men,
big guys, and just win. Because we've not meant no disrespect Welsh and Scales and even Trusty. They're not powerful. They're not winning. They're not dominant.
They're not really goal scorers either.
They're not dominant, and they're not dominant in the air. And Martin's always had people like Bobo and Mialbi, Big Jan, and he's always had
Raymond Vega, Stanislav Varga, Bobo Baldi, Valharin, Mialbi.
It's big
Sutton,
boys.
Hartson.
Yeah, big boys.
That team was huge.
And they were huge. And then you've got Tomo and all that supplying that.
Bringing the crosses in.
It was... and Tomo's coming on the programme soon. Tom would just let you know.
Yeah. I know, as he said, he messaged back to say, would that be great?
So listen, it's all about...
But one person who's not coming to Celtic, we know now, is staying put at West Ham.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson.
Listen, if you'd made the move 2 weeks ago, you'd have got him.
Aye.
If Celtic said, look, come here, it was in a free, they could have got him out, and now all of a sudden he's put him back in the team scoring goals.
Yeah.
He's a born goal scorer. If you keep him fit,
I thought
between him and the actual, one gets fit 1 week and one gets fit. We could have used them.
And a page you play.
Yeah.
Another quick shout out to our sponsor, Capital 500, who also deal with land suitable for transforming into car parks, as well as sites suitable for electric vehicle charging. So if you own some land and that's something you're interested in, get in touch with them. Your little bit of spare land might be suitable for EV charging, which will generate income. They're based in Glasgow, so get in touch today and tell them Frank sent you. You must have been delighted to watch that final few minutes at the Spurs West Ham.
Oh, it was wonderful. They've been through a lot, and the West Ham fans are delirious because absolutely delighted as well because you beat Tottenham. That's your biggest rivals.
Was that the main kind of derby? Yeah.
Well, Millwall, but
I'll tell you who's laughing up his sleeve at the moment. It's Big Postecoglou as well. If you think from a Spurs perspective, wins them a trophy, but they sack him. They get the guy in. And
but Levy's left now, isn't he? Levy's away. Levy's away, and he was the one that was holding our purse strings. And somebody said, I remember somebody saying on the radio, I was listening to the radio, and they were saying that's his partner's gift. He got this boy in for Brentford. Tommy, I was like, I thought he's done all right. But they're talking about the boy for Crystal Palace. He's leaving now. What a move he's going to get. So it's all go down there. He'll go to Man United or something, I think.
So it's a big week.
Yeah.
For Celtic, it's Bologna on Thursday, then Hearts on Sunday. It's two massive games.
And yet podcast goes out on Thursday, but
we've got Paul Hartley. Watch out for Paul Hartley this Thursday coming.
See, we don't just fling this together, Hearts coming up, played for both of them.
I know. Good back prep. Good idea of yours, Frank.
Prep. I'm just concerned going to Bologna and then come back and playing Hearts. It's just two massive games for Celtic, and
you'll be glad that Martin O'Neill is in the dugout. And it's Would you have anybody else?
I'm going to be honest with you. I look at them. I can't remember the boy's name. Sean Maloney and another boy.
Fotheringham. Mark Fotheringham.
Aye, Mark. You see Taneki yesterday.
Aye.
So they're doing something with the boy, getting him together, because he ran straight off and gave him a cuddle. And I thought, you know what?
He was away in Africa as well, though, and from all accounts, he'd not a bad tournament. Played okay.
It's an absolute farce, that tournament. But anyway, I'm not going to that one.
What's that
not going to that one.
I was jumped between John Higgins, which was I felt sorry for John, because he's so tired. I don't know if he watched that. No, I won't go down that particular rabbit hole because we're here all day. But I was jumping between John Higgins and the African Cup of Nations final. And taking a team off just because that decision.
That's terrible. But they're
no matter how wronged you feel you were, you can't be doing.
I'm going to be honest with you. If you take a team off, your manager takes you off, forfeit. That's it, done. Just don't come back on. That's embarrassing. And then he come back on, and for the guy to do that, it's great when it goes in. Just smash the thing.
I've started to wonder whether he did it deliberately, whether he had maybe agreed with the Senegal team or something. It was so bad.
I know. Well, anyway, so
back to Tonecki. Lovely finish.
Tonecki, it doesn't matter who you're playing against.
That's going in.
When you've got that confidence, and they were tired, brought him on. I'll give him the biggest confidence because he cut in, wonderful strike, and that's what he can do.
Yeah,
and that's what he can do. But he's got to do it more often.
No. You made the comparison between him and Georges Samaras, didn't you, last week? You knew whether Samaras was going to be in the mood or whether he had the beating of the defender.
Yeah, well, the problem is with Tonecki, he's only against one, and he played against him last week. Was it Dundee United? They played last week. And
the 4-0
Dundee.
game?
No, Dundee game. Was it Dundee they play last week? The boy Falkirk, the blue jersey. I'm thinking Falkirk. And the fullback just kept taking the ball from the first 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, he doesn't want to know after that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know what? Just mix it up. If you've got three players coming to cover you, then put it inside to somebody that's, do something. But he's a good player. I just, when he came into the team, I thought, brilliant. What we needed, and then he deceives. And Sammy was brilliant, great player. But you can tell the supporters.
He was a mood player, though.
Supporters don't know what I'm talking about. In the first 15 minutes, you could tell Sammy's got if he's on it.
And funny enough, Samaras towards the end of his Celtic career, he was a real talisman. He was scoring big goals. All the time, big goals away in Europe.
Locker. Oh my God!
And when he first arrived, a lot of folk were kind of, not sure about him.
He can hold the ball, as I keep saying. I keep saying it, and I'll not stop saying it. There's more to being a striker.
Goals away from home in Russia.
But
goals
there's more
in
to
the
being a striker than
completely.
And he could run over the top.
Yeah.
He could come short and hold it in.
Big strides, real turn of pace.
I know, but but the defenders, even the defenders, when you're up against somebody like me, I'd come short.
Yeah.
And if I come short and the defender comes with me, see that I keep talking about skills in our defence. Our defenders go in there with the striker.
Right.
Why? Because if I lay it off and go, you'll never catch me.
Yeah, you're away.
Whereas if you give me a yard and you come in, but you just don't let me turn, and he lays it off, you've got that yard to stop him.
Yeah.
It's just,
as a
striker, I'm thinking about it. He came too tight. He done it. Skill's done it yesterday. He came on out, it was a foul, free kick, and I'm going, don't get that tight.
Yeah, he's end up just pulling the chairs.
I know it's one of them, but it's not just skills. It's defenders in general, I think. And I'm thinking, Sammy could put it off, but he can also hold the ball up. We need somebody like that now. Any actual, he's back training.
Yeah.
So he might be fit for.
Well,
he might be fit for Hearts.
They've got to. Where are we now? What day is this? 19th. Just over 10 days. So
yeah, but I'm talking in the window. But we've not got that to.
I know.
We need it. We need somebody.
Now.
I would put Iniacho on straight away in it if he's fit and he's training this week. Get him in for Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe no Thursday, but definitely Sunday.
Yeah. What's most important?
To him, Sunday. For me, Sunday. I don't.
I mean, making the knockouts of Europe will be a massive boost as well. It'll lift the whole club. But
why? The window's shut then. They've still not got any money.
I don't know.
That squad's not good enough to go like that.
You're just talking about two
so
big games.
So the board get more money in. Listen, it's 2 years they've not spent the money on a striker. Kyogo's 2 years ago he's left.
Yeah.
So, it's... Listen, bring some signings in, Michael, will you?
do your job. And while we're at it, get some hot water in the rest of the stadium, apart from the centre main stand for all
Give
the
him some scented towels and all.
No, but I mean, listen, 2026, you're not asking much to have some hot water when you turn the hot water tap on, are you?
Oh, just think, just Keir Starmer in it, putting it down.
No, but seriously, I have this discussion with my
economy,
pals all the time.
it's terrible.
It's almost like you don't. The rest of fans don't matter. Just have what we give you and be happy with it. It's outrageous. Anyway, that's a hobby horse of mine.
I'm just going to fix that. We can't even fix gear old folks.
I know, get a boiler maintenance man in.
Anyway,
right. So where we go? Right. So big 2 or 3 days.
I think Thursday's a given. I think it's just whatever happens. Thursday happens. I would love to see us getting a result.
Yeah, but Sunday's a big one.
Sunday's a big one, and it's a free hit. I think I'd love them to get through, but it's a free hit. Bologna's a good team.
Yeah. Okay.
A good team.
Well, look,
we need them to turn up on Sunday.
That's been a Frankly Speaking, and we will continue to give you brilliant content every week. Hit subscribe if you can. Dead easy. Just hit the button. Doesn't cost you anything. And click like as well. That's always a good thing too. That doesn't cost you. Just click like on our content. And
we're not asking for any money. Just
correct. That's it. And we'll
just bring us, and it's good. It's good to do that.
Watch out for later in the week. We'll have a special.
Hopefully next week we're talking about all the new signings.
Aye. And we get Paul Hartley in the main episode Thursday morning, so watch out for that. That's really, really good. Some absolutely fantastic stories about a really interesting time at Hearts and Celtic. Great stories about.
He was talking about him in Millwall as well. So West Ham's turned the corner, hopefully.
Yep.
And he was talking about Millwall as well. So that's a big derby as well. I loved him.
Yeah, great Tommy Burns stories, Nakamura stories, Gordon Strachan.
Good.
Brilliant. Okay, well, listen.
Good watch.
Thanks for tuning in again, and we'll be back with some more content for you very soon. So take care. All the best.
Take care.
Bye bye.